It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Outlaws and the Toronto Blue Jays. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Ryan Barucki gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
In now, Christian Berman. He will lead this one off today. 0-1 the count.
First pitch, 12:37.
And the pitch. And it's 1-1. And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon, it was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team has definitely been struggling recently, and then you get a look up right now and you're going to face the ace. Somebody has to step up for this team. I'll tell you what, if they're able to score a few early runs off him and put him on the defensive, this could be a huge momentum swing for this team.
So striding forward now, Randy Wiggins. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Temperature pretty seasonable for this time of year, 55 degrees at game time. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now.
Batting third, the left fielder, Chris Wiggins.
So striding in, Chris Wiggins, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And now pitch on the way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
1-1.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2-ball, 1-strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Hey, Dero, Mike Fillmore, one of the most consistent umpires throughout the league. Both pitchers and position players love this guy.
Yeah, I think one of the best in the business. How I judge a good teammate is every day he opens that door. Is he consistent? Can I count on him? Mike Fillmore is the exact same way behind the dish.
Now a check swing here, and no swing, says the home plate umpire. Not even an appeal. It's ball 4.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
Into the box now, Pudge Rodriguez. 9 at-bats in the series and 4 base hits. Here comes the first pitch. And no swing, apparently, ball 1. And he watches one miss outside, 2-0 now.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Runner goes for second. This one's down to third. He's got it. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. So they pick up no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. And now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. Joe Hansen starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, this guy keeps his team in the ball game. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts, so he's been throwing the ball really well. And one of the keys for this guy is getting early outs to keep his pitch count down. If he can do that, he should be able to get into the 7th or 8th inning in this one here today.
Rowdy Tellez the next to bat. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Fouled off. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. But no chance to recover. Tellez is on at first after the strikeout. So they'll slap an error on the catcher there, and you can tell he's not happy back there. Standing in, Bo Bichette. 2 hits in 8 tries for the series. Out in front of it, strike 1. Tellez gets his lead at first, nobody out. Fastball, and it gets by him, a swinging strike. Here's the 0-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's 1 away. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Into the box now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Fellas, you take a look at these guys as they get onto the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team is playing well right now, and they got their ace on the mound. This guy has unbelievable stuff, and I can't underestimate the fact that this is a day game. We are creatures of habit. Guys are used to playing 7 o'clock games at night and rolling out of bed around 12, 1 o'clock and heading to the yard. Instead, they're going to get stuff thrown down their throat right at that time. I hope these guys got out of bed and got a few cups of coffee in them.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put away stuff.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Long run for the center fielder. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
Batting fourth, not shortstop, Lourdes Gurriel.
Ready now, Lourdes Gurriel, hitting .500 in the series so far, 4 for 8. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Blue Jays held in check. We are still scoreless. Digging in, Terry Mooney, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning.
Terry.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Bart Wiggins.
Stepping in, Bart Wiggins. Batting average is a likely source of pride for him, currently sitting in the high 320s. And a curveball drops in there for strike 1.
Like that pitch there, lefty on lefty matchup, curveball away to a lefty, smart pitch.
Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty, everything on the outer half of the plate.
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Guerrero moving to his left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The third baseman, Tyler Wiggins.
So digging in now, Tyler Wiggins. First pitch on its way. Hit hard to third. And he gives it the old Olay at third, and he gets right by him into left.
Batting 8, the designated hitter, Owen.
Settling in now, Owen Christian. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Changeup called strike 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Throw over to the bag, and he's back in standing. Oh and 1, here it comes. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. And there he goes towards second. Pitch misses low. The throw down is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
That's a great call from the dugout to put the runner in motion that time. With 2 outs and a good hitter at the plate, it's a pretty low-risk play. If he's out, you still got the same good hitter leading off the next inning. But if he's safe, he's in scoring position and a lot easier to drive in.
Here's the 3-1. Swing, strike 2.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3 and 2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. And this will bang up against the wall. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And he will pull into second with an RBI double. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
So here's Trey Mancini. That's in there. Base hit. The throw to the plate. Throw to second, but he's in there. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
And I can't blame the pitching coach for making that walk. That's 3 consecutive 2-out hits here, so he's going to remind this guy that they just need to make one good pitch and get this inning over with. Let's see if the talk does any good.
So now to the plate, Christian Brummett as he rips it on the ground to second. And that's through into center field. Base hit. The throw into second. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Now batting, the second baseman, Randy Wiggins.
To the plate now, Randy Wiggins. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Here comes the 0-1. But right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. On now to the bottom of the second. The Outlaws are out on top, 3-0. Randall Grichuk at the plate now. He's hitless in the first 2 games of the series. 0 for 8.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Hey, I love the aggressive nature this guy's pitching with. He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball. Really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Well, that's a pitch right there you've got to just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2. And if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
And it's fouled away. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
10.
At the plate now, Reese McGuire. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. McGuire is considered one of the best defensive catchers in the game today. He often gets praise for his work behind the plate, and I know a lot of pitchers have made it clear that his presence back there adds a level of comfort that not many others can replicate.
And Matty, I don't know if he's always going to be a favorite for the Gold Glove, but you walk around this clubhouse, you hear these pitchers rave about throwing to this guy. That's all I need to hear.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
If you've got a good fastball going and they're not handling, keep throwing it. Right there, 3 fastballs in a row. He gone.
McKinney.
That'll bring up Billy McKinney, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the 2nd. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Maybe a favorable call there, taken for a strike. Just hung in there on that one. Another 1-2 delivery. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They trail in this one 3-0. Striding in once again, Chris Wiggins. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the 3rd.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
Hit out towards second. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
You know, D-Row, I'm not sure if you're one of those superstitious guys, but a 13-game hitting streak seems like a pretty good number for this guy.
Yeah, that's the old baker's dozen right there. We're almost looking at 2 weeks of just sleeping like a baby. I can't be. You're going to hear me reiterate this throughout this streak. I can't tell you, when you're swinging the bat like this, your food tastes better, your wife gets prettier, everything is just working.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Nobody out, runner on first. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. The 1-1 home. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
1 ball.
When I see guys check swinging, they're not seeing the baseball. They're not picking it up. You got to take a step back. The only thing you tell yourself in this situation is do not move your head.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Well, that sinker is normally a really important pitch for him, but it really hasn't been effective so far. It just looks kind of flat.
Runners off for second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Now batting. Shortstop. Terry Mooney.
Digging in to try it again. Terry Mooney. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
He's set. Here's the 0-1.
Whoa, that's down.
And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. 1 out and a runner on second base. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. This one's outside. Quite a bit off the plate that time.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Good battle. Count remains full. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. Line drive. That's a base hit into the right center field gap. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Boy, what a battle there, D-Row. Several pitch at bat right there. He threw everything but the kitchen sink, and he was still able to get an RBI base hit.
And Dan, I can't tell you, the longer the ABs go, usually, I'll tell you, you get in that swing mode where if he throws the rosin bag, you're pulling the trigger on it. Wait for him to settle in his zone and not come outside of it and end up getting a knock.
At the plate, Bart Wiggins, as he'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball 1.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make or break moment in this game. When you're playing a first place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in the game and then mount a comeback.
Now the 1-0. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time. He's in there at second. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Swinging away, and now the count will be 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Back up the middle. The tag gets one, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Now batting.
Coming to the plate now, Tyler Wiggins. He singled his last time up. First offering on its way. Swing and a miss on the sinker, 0-1.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Comes set and the 0-1. 2 out with the man at first. Hit out towards second. Scooped up. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Outlaws lead this one 4-0.
Welcome back as the Blue Jays look to get their bats going in the 3rd inning. And you can say they've been trying to do that pretty much all year. Entering the day, they rank near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening. So he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
The way he's been able to command his fastball those first 2 pitches, don't be shocked if he goes back in there again or goes up under his chin or nasty slider down and away. He has opened up his full arsenal.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he fouls this one off. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. Line towards center field. Brummett has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Batting 9.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Next to bat for Toronto, Brandon Drury. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sent on the ground out to second. Reined in. And that's the 2nd out.
The batter, number 44.
Stepping up now, Rowdy Tellez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. That's in there. The Jays look to have extra bases on their first hit of the game. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
Ready for another chance? Bo Bichette, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Now to the plate, Owen Christian, and he's the reigning American League Player of the Month.
Owen Christian.
First pitch of the at-bat. To first. He's got it. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
The right fielder, number 16, Trey Mancini.
Stepping up to the plate, Trey Mancini looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. The pitch.
Ball one, no strike.
Mancini, a native Floridian. He was an 8th-round selection back in the draft of 2013.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
2-0 count, the pitch. A swing and a miss, strike one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. All even now, 2-2. Here it comes. And this pitch is taken high and away to fill the count. It's 3-2.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order is coming up right behind him.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Ready for another shot now. Christian Brummett, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
This one's down to third. And there's a base hit as that gets through into left.
Hey, you know what? Right there, he executed a pitch. He can't worry about where it's going. He just wants to put it on the ground right there, give his defense a chance to work, and it found a hole, period, the end.
Standing in now, Randy Wiggins. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. A ball and a strike. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. To short, hit hard. Oh, what a stop on the slide. To second for 1. It's late. He's safe.
Now that.
And kids, this is why you always go hard in the second base. Could have been an easy double play ball, but the slide really impacts the throw to first, and they wind up only getting 1 out on the play. Good, aggressive, legal slide that time.
Now in the box, Chris Wiggins. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Just keeping him close. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Turned on down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And the runner from third crosses the plate. Now a 5-0 lead.
Now batting.
Baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late. And when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock. This one for extra bases.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. So now the Jays manager will make his way out toward the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Matt Shoemaker answers the call from the pen here in the fourth, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
Matt Shoemaker.
Striding into the box, Pudge Rodriguez. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Second and third, 2 away. That's wide, 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Grounded back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Bottom of the fourth coming up. The Outlaws are out in front here, 5-0. Now at the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike, 0-1. Here it comes.
Nope, outside. Aye.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you could see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
Into the box, Lourdes Gurriel. As he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Blue Jays shortstop with a 1-2 count.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far in this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
Here's Randall Grichuk. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone. Randall Grichuk leaves the yard with a solo shot. 7 home runs for him on the year now. As they get on the scoreboard here, it's 5-1.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Into the box now, Reese McGuire. He swings and grounds it to short. He's right there. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. A run for the Jays on the solo homer. We played 4. It's now a 5-1 ball game. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. Now at the plate, Terry Mooney. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. McKinney is under this one, and he's got it for out number 1.
The first baseman, number 19, Bart Wiggins.
Digging in now, Bart Wiggins. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. It's a 5-1 game here in inning number 5. And this one's high and tight, backing him up 2-1. And a bouncing ball, foul. Here now the 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Around first, he's digging for second, but that'll be off the wall in right center, and he'll pull into second with 1 away.
That's what happens when a slider doesn't do what you want it to do. That was just one of those cement mixers, kind of just spinning but doing nothing. Nice job of punishing that pitch and picking up 2 bags on 1 swing.
So now to the plate, Tyler Wiggins, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2 is a called strike 3 on the corner.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have the calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
At the plate now, Owen Christian, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but I'm hit right now. I'm still sitting on that heater.
Unable to find the zone with the slider.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
Scooped up. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Back now here at Rogers Center, and here's Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Leading off the inning. Billy McKinney, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. In there, 2-1.
Count 2-1.
Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
To the plate now, Kevin Biggio. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown the first pitch strike to.
Now a hard liner toward short, but right at the shortstop for the second out.
The left fielder, number 3, Brandon Drury.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and into bat next it'll be Brandon Drury. Now the pitch. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And even 1-1 count to Brandon Drury. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Blue Jays go down in order. They're down 5-1. And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Right fielder, Trey Mancini.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike. Looked like that one tied him up a bit. A swing and a miss. Swing and a liner. Foul. The 0-2 once more. And a good 2-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Now a changeup hit on the ground to shortstop. Reined in. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. So a good job to get the out there, but with 5 runs already surrendered, that's not going to do any favors to the team ERA so far this season. And as you see, they're 2 away from the bottom spot in that category. 13th best, if you will, in the AL. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Christian Brummett, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. McKinney going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The batter, number 15, second baseman, Randy Wiggins.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Randy Wiggins, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Really doesn't matter what side the plate of this guy bats from. He hits very well. He hits right-handed pitching very well, swinging left-handed, and swinging from the right side against lefties. The numbers are quite the same. This guy flat out can hit from either side.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Stepping into the box, Rowdy Tellez. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Now here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. He's got it. No problem here. One away.
Now batting, number 11.
One out now in the Toronto 6th inning. And in to bat next, the legacy Bo Bichette. Now here it comes. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Looking up is the center fielder. So a solo shot here to left center field. Number 11 for him on the season. And it's now a 5-2 game.
Oh, that swing has to feel good right there. If you look at the numbers, this guy does not give up many long balls. To take him deep in this spot certainly is huge.
Now batting, number 27.
Standing in now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. As he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. One out, nobody on. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Now here's the pitch. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
Let's take a look at the sequence here again. The first 3 pitches, all 3 down in the zone. So now you've got a guy that's thinking something down around the knees. He's conditioned to kind of look down there. That's when you mix it up and put it by him at the letters.
In now, Lourdes Gurriel. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
Here's another 0-2. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ballgame, and the inning is over. Jays get one back on the solo home run. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up to start the 7th. It's now 5-2. Sam Gaviglio is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 43, Sam Gaviglio.
Digging in and looking for more, Chris Wiggins. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance.
Wiggins.
Here's the first pitch to him. A bouncer to the left side, scooped up. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, catcher, Ivan Rodriguez.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Budge Rodriguez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. Hit out towards second. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Into the box, Terry Mooney, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. 5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. Back in standing. Ball 1. Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. There's one on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. One hit in the inning, but no one left. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Outlaws are out in front, 5-2. Stepping in for the Jays, Rendell Grichuk, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. On its way is pitch number 75. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Now here's the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Reined in. And that's out number 1.
Now batting, number 10.
Now at the plate, Reese McGuire 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch on its way. The 0-1 on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. And there's out number 2.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Now at the plate, Billy McKinney. No hits to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this is low, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
2 out, nobody on. And it's fouled away. Looking to Pudge now, the 1-1. Yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays, and the deficit remains 5-2. Thomas Pannone has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 45.
So stepping in, Bart Wiggins. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
And he's got to build off that last AB. He battled. Usually when you battle, you get in that swing mode. A lot of pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag. I love the fact that he was able to work a double in last at bat. Let's see if we get more of the same right here.
Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our two starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown nine have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Into the box now, Tyler Wiggins. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Right back to him on the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, designated hitter, Owen Christian.
Striding forward now is the DH, Owen Christian. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball just off the inside corner. Hit on the ground out to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Into the box, Kevin Biggio. He leads off their half of the eighth, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Wiggins is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out.
Now batting, left fielder, Brandon Drury.
At the plate, Brandon Drury. He was a ground-out victim last time up. First pitch on its way. Fouled away. We're in the eighth inning now of a 5-2 ball game. Line to second, where it's caught there for out number 2.
Now batting, number 44.
At the plate, Rowdy Tellez. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Hey, it's always key getting early strikes in a count. This guy's been awesome at it so far. More than 70% of his first pitches have been in the strike zone.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. On the ground to the right side. Throw gets him there from short right field. A nice play, and that one ends the inning. So they breeze through this half of the inning. 9th inning coming up. Dallas is out in front here, 5-2. Ken Giles enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him a chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Here's the first pitch to him. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Gurriel is there, one quick out to start inning number 9.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Christian Brummett. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Here's the first pitch to him. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Drilled right back up the middle. And the throw will get him at first as he is robbed on a magnificent play there.
The batter number 50, second baseman, Randy Wiggins.
Coming to the plate now, Randy Wiggins will swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And this one will bounce into the wall. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing. But hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
Into the box now, Chris Wiggins, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to tack on any more runs. Let's see if he attacks his zone or buries something in the dirt.
And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. Bo Bichette will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Grounder down the line at third. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Here it comes.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2 to one of the better pitchers in the league and expect to get a base hit.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. And he fouls this one off. Ready with another 0-2. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
Number 27.
Well, that will bring a smile to a manager's face every single time. First hitter of the inning just squares it up and bounces it over the fence. Even if it stays in the yard, that's a double either way.
So coming to the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Runner in scoring position here already following the ground rule double. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
A runner at second, nobody out. Seared down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third.
The batter, number 13, shortstop, Lourdes Gurriel.
So striding forward now, Lourdes Gurriel, although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Here comes the manager out of the first base dugout heading for the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Jody Christian takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Christian.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now the 0-1. And they go away here. It's a cold strike. 0-2.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away.
Oh, hold on here. Well hit into deep left center. And I don't think this one's coming back. No siree. This one is gone. So a 2-run shot to left center as they pull within 1 here. It's now a 5-4 game. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise that it carried as far as it did. And now time is called, and the reliever is
number
warm
15,
out there.
Randall Grichuk.
At the plate now, Randall Grichuk. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Well, this one's been a bit of a head-scratcher, despite their home run production today.
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head. You go, wow, you hit the ball all in the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
Still only 1 out in the inning. Two and two.
Looks like they found earlier in the inning and put this pitcher on the defensive. That's being very aggressive right now.
And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now. It's a bullpen game for them now as we have a look at the starters' final line. Great day's work any way you look at it.
Hey, Matty V, you know when you've got really good stuff, you look down at that strikeout total. Double-digit strikeouts in this one. He had swing and miss stuff right from the beginning.
To the plate now, Reese McGuire. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. He's got it, and the Outlaws have run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing something right. Great team effort.
A one-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. Dallas took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Joe Henson earns his 6th winning decision in this one, turning in 8 1/3 of quality work. Ryan Barucki couldn't escape the 4th inning as he slapped with the loss. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Fans, our final line score. First, for the victorious visiting team, 5 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. For the Blue Jays, 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 11 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Starting in the AL East, the Outlaws earned the 3-game series sweep as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 5-4. They now have 5 straight wins. The New York Yankees